That New Orleans Saints team had to answer. Last week, they lost a miserable one to the 49ers. Everybody was talking about the 49ers being the best team, Seattle Seahawks being the best team. The Green Bay Packers are still winning. And then you have the chatter about how the Saints are still going to be the Saints. We talked to Schlereth yesterday. He was like, hey, down in New Orleans, Sean Payton, Drew Brees, they've had absolutely miserable exits from the playoffs the last 2 years. Excited to see how they responded last night, and they did. I mean, that defense, Demario Davis is a stud, by the way. I don't know how he doesn't get talked about more. I'd assume because the offense draws so much higher, he is a freak show of an athlete. Cameron Jordan also good. But that offense in Michael Thomas. Now, I know Michael Thomas doesn't run a 4-3 like Tyreek Hill, okay? Booker McFarland told me that last night just a few times. But he seems like the all-terrain wide receiver. He runs every single route. He goes over the middle. He can go deep. He's always open. Sean Payton is a mastermind of drawing up these plays to make them look good. And Drew Brees said that one incompletion last night will haunt him. He was almost a perfect game on the night that he broke Peyton Manning's touchdown record, which is going to be broke by Tom Brady and then broke back by Drew Brees and all that stuff. I just think what we saw last night was like Bob Ross painting. It was a master of craft, and the Colts had, they stunk. I mean, they got beat in all phases, but that Saints team is heating up, and they've been hot, and I'm excited to watch Drew Brees and Sean Payton hopefully bury the casket and close the door on all the terrible exits from the playoffs. That team was fun to watch last night.
Yeah, Drew said all he had to do was set his feet and make one little throw to a running back, and he would have been a perfect 30 for 30 on the night.
Did you see that Reggie Bush video of him doing in the practice facility at the Saints practice facility, where he was just like basically visualization on everything, even like the check. He was making checks when there was nobody out there. So, I mean, a little schizophrenic kind of, but he was making checks and like going through the entire game in his head. Like, that's the type of stuff I like seeing. Like, that is why Drew Brees is great. That is what makes Drew Brees tick. He's, 30 years into this thing, 40 years into this thing, and every single thing he does is routine. He licks his fingers a lot. That's like his go-to. He stretches a lot, and everything he does seems to be perfect. If I just plant my feet a little bit better, I could do that. This is the same. Now, a lot of people are going to talk about the Colts quitting and stuff like that. This is the same Saints team that hung 46 or whatever on the San Francisco 49er defense last week. Sean Payton, Drew, and them are getting hot. And what? We got 2 weeks left, and that is not a team I would want to see. And I think the NFC is going to be awesome to watch. I mean, right now how the standings are, Seahawks are number one, Packers, Saints, and then the NFC East. By the way, congrats to the Cowboys winning.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, hello there. Utilize the promo code PAYTHEBILLS and get $20 off your first order from SeatGeek. Now, back to the magic.
Notwithstanding last week against the Niners, if it goes through New Orleans, they're going to the Super Bowl.
Bro, what are they, 7-1 or something down there? I mean, you got 60, 70,000 adults wearing costumes, ready to lose their mind for 4 quarters. And if it goes to overtime, they're even more ready. That place is a zoo down there. I mean, it is. I was a part of a game down there, 62-7. Okay, we lost. Now, obviously, last night, 34-7. I mean, that place is tough to play. The Niners got to win down there. Not normal. Niners faithful does travel, but that place is going to be very, very tough for anybody to win it. But this home field advantage in the NFC is massive.
Huge.
Massive.
Seattle, massive home field advantage. Green Bay, Lambeau Field, massive home field advantage. New Orleans, massive home field advantage. I mean, anywhere it goes, it is going to be a big deal. And in the AFC, everybody knows you got to go through Baltimore, which is not an easy place to play either. That structure of the playoffs, having the home field advantage, I love it, by the way. I think it makes the regular season even more, and it makes the teams that are very good have to still compete for something at the end of the season. But this particular year, it feels as if the home field advantage is going to mean even more than it already means so much.
Yeah, because if the Saints have to go to Lambeau, I mean, there's the historic record of dome teams going to play outside and it's under 30 degrees and it just doesn't end well.